we've mounted a special exhibit of photographs of Italian families and Italian activities here in Haverhill.
Excellent, excellent.
We have a very big collection, I think the best collection of ethnic photographs of the Italians. We must have somewhere around 100 of them. But they're not due to our hard work, they're due to the work of Mr. Sal Amari, who began recognizing the significance of these pictures back in the 1950s, and he put together this wonderful, wonderful collection of Italian.
Now, is he a businessman in Haverhill?
Well, he's sort of a retired person at this point, but you'd never know it from the amount of work that he does. But he's always the guy that's trying to show off in new ways something about Italian history.
Great, excellent. And you have some pictures here that you want to talk about?
I have a lot of favorites here. Most of the early Italian families here were from Genoa, but the first two Italian families are the Carbonis and the Gardellas, and they come right from Recco and the hills above Recco on the Italian Riviera, and they landed up in Haverhill. And this particular picture is the earliest Italian picture we have, which shows the Carboni fruit store, which was founded in the 1870s on Merrimack Street. And I think that all the Carbonis in Haverhill are descended from these two men. These are Italian businesses, and that was the thing that sort of distinguished these early Italian people in Haverhill. They tended to be middle-class families who had businesses and property. They were not the sort of laboring farm classes that came later on, say, to the mills and so forth. They were more middle-class people. So when they came here, the first thing they did was set up businesses. And they had several types of businesses, but the fruit business was the easiest one and the first one. But we have the first Italian bar here in Haverhill, which is kind of interesting, with the big kegs of beer and wine right out on the floor. I think my favorite picture is this one of the Italian bocce court on River Street. Apparently this was very popular type of activity in the 1890s, probably up until the 1950s, but it's rare for a couple of reasons. One, it shows people at play. It's not a studio photograph. And this shows the families as they were probably on the Sunday afternoon, 1900, 1910.
That's excellent that you were able to purchase, or not purchase, but to be able to get that.
We don't know who owns the original, but this is a copy, but it's a great picture.
Excellent, very nice.
The other thing that I'd like to point out is this picture and these five over here is that these early Italian families built very substantial structures almost as soon as they got here. Within 5 years, 8 years.
Well,
and the Gardella family built a pair of houses for their relatives. There were 2 flats on each floor. They were 3 stories high and open in the back. The backs of these buildings went down to the Merrimack River. They had grapes, they had greenhouses, they had these very extensive gardening activities going on behind them. This is the earliest one. It probably dates about 1890. There were 2 of them, and I think there are 2 or 3 different Gardella branches here in Haverhill. They all come from the same area, but they're not related. But this is the big Gardella. It was 2 apartments of several rooms on each floor.